Your college degree is now worthless. That piece of paper you spent 4 years and $100,000 on is now a liability. You were sold a narrative, a promise that a degree was the secure, guaranteed path to a stable, high-income career. That promise is broken. The system is operating on a legacy model that no longer interfaces with reality. You have been trained for a world that doesn't exist anymore. The ROI has collapsed. You've been loaded with debt, fed an outdated curriculum by institutions that have zero skin in the game, and then released into a hyper-competitive market that values demonstrated capability, not credentials. But this isn't about the problem. It's about the solution. The collapse of an old system creates a massive opportunity for operators who can see the new one emerging. We're going to replace the old broken model with a new operational framework, a system designed for the current environment, a system that builds real leverage. Let's begin.
The value collapse. Let's deconstruct the value proposition of a 4-year degree using first principles. Any asset's value is determined by its utility and scarcity. The traditional degree has failed on both fronts. The first system failure, the collapse of information asymmetry. Historically, universities held a monopoly on specialized knowledge. They were the gatekeepers. If you wanted access, you had to pay their entry fee. The internet didn't just open the gate, it demolished the entire structure. Today, you can access world-class knowledge on any subject, from coding to corporate finance, for a fraction of the cost, often for free. The university's core product, information, has been completely commoditized. The second failure, extreme curriculum latency. The market moves at the speed of technology. Industries change in months. A university curriculum is a slow, bureaucratic machine. It takes years to approve a new course. By the time that course is taught, the information is already obsolete. You are being trained with outdated tactics for a battlefield that no longer exists. This time lag between market reality and academic theory creates a fatal skills gap. The third failure is misaligned incentives. The university is a business. Its primary goal is to maximize revenue, which means maximizing enrollment and tuition. Your goal is to maximize your future earnings and capability. These are not the same objective. The institution gets paid up front, whether you succeed or fail. They take on zero risk for your outcome. You take on all of it in the form of massive, non-dischargeable debt. It's a transaction where one party has all the upside and the other has all the downside. The final failure point, signal decay. A degree used to be a reliable signal to employers that you were intelligent, diligent, and trainable. But in an era of rampant degree inflation, where everyone has one, the signal has been diluted into noise. It no longer differentiates you. It's simply a baseline requirement that says nothing about your actual ability to create value. So you are paying a premium price for a commoditized product with obsolete features sold by a vendor with zero liability that provides a weak and unreliable signal to the market. When you analyze it as a financial asset, the ROI calculation is catastrophic. The value hasn't just decreased, it has fundamentally collapsed.
The skill stack protocol. The old model of education is monolithic. It tries to make you an expert in one narrow, isolated field. This makes you fragile. When technology automates your one skill or the market shifts, your value collapses. The skill stack protocol is the antidote. It's about becoming anti-fragile. The principle is simple. Instead of trying to be in the top 1% of one skill, you aim to be in the top 20% of 3 or more complementary skills. The real value isn't in any single skill, it's in the unique combination. The intersection is where you become a category of one, and that's where you find extreme market value. Let's run a diagnostic. Take a standard digital marketer. Their core skill is running online ads. This is a commodity. The market is saturated with people who can do this. On their own, their income is capped. Now let's apply the protocol. First, we stack a technical skill.
Let's say this marketer spends 3 months learning basic Python scripting. They're not an expert coder, but they're competent. Now they can automate data reporting, scrape competitor websites for intel, and build simple tools to manage their campaigns. They have just multiplied their effectiveness. They've leaped over 90% of the competition. Next, we stack a communication skill. They invest another 3 months learning public speaking and presentation design. They're not a world class orator, but they can now take their complex data and technical insights and present them clearly and persuasively to a CEO or a boardroom. Look at what we've built. This person is no longer just a digital marketer, they are a data driven growth strategist who can automate workflows and communicate high level strategy. Their skills aren't just added together, they multiply each other. They've engineered a new role for themselves where there is almost zero competition. Their leverage is massive, and so is their potential income. This is the system. 1. Identify your core competency. This is your foundation. 2. Stack a technical multiplier on top, a hard skill that brings leverage and efficiency. Think coding, data analysis, or process automation. 3. Stack a human interface skill, something that allows you to translate your technical value to others. Think sales, negotiation, writing, or public speaking. Stop trying to be the best in a crowded field. Use the protocol to create a new field where you are the only player.
The proof of work engine. Your resume is a claim. It's a document where you list things you say you can do. It's a request for trust. The proof of work engine makes the resume obsolete. It replaces claims with evidence. It doesn't ask for trust. It demonstrates capabilities so clearly that trust becomes irrelevant. This isn't about building a portfolio. A portfolio is a static collection of past projects. An engine is an active, dynamic system you run continuously to generate undeniable proof of your value. It's your personal manufacturing plant for career leverage. Here's how you build it. First, you need a project core. This is where you manufacture tangible assets. Stop saying, "I'm a great writer." Instead, start a blog and write 5 deeply researched articles that solve a specific problem for a specific audience. Track their performance. Stop saying, "I understand digital marketing." Pick a local business offered to run their social media for free for 30 days and document the process and the results. Create a case study showing the exact increase in engagement or leads. The output must be real, visible, and measurable. It's not about practice, it's about production. Second, you build the distribution layer. The work is useless if it's invisible. Your engine needs an exhaust pipe to broadcast the proof you're creating. This could be a personal website, a GitHub profile for code, a Medium account for articles, or even a tactical LinkedIn or Twitter feed where you break down your projects. Every asset you create in your project core must be published and distributed. This makes your skills discoverable. It allows the market to find you. You are no longer pushing a resume to gatekeepers, you are pulling opportunities toward your demonstrated value. Finally, you integrate a feedback loop. Once your work is distributed, the market will give you data. An article gets zero traction. A piece of code gets constructive criticism. An analysis gets challenged. This isn't failure, it's diagnostic data. You take this feedback, analyze it, and use it to inform your next project. This loop proves something more valuable than any single skill. It proves you can adapt, learn, and improve. It signals to the market that your capabilities are not static, they are accelerating. This engine fundamentally changes the power dynamic. A person with a resume hopes for a callback. An operator with a running proof of work engine gets inbound messages from recruiters and potential clients who have already seen what they can do. You're not asking for a chance, you're showcasing results. They aren't hiring a list of skills, they are acquiring a proven asset.
The old path of credentialism is closed. It's a dead end. The new path requires you to become the architect of your own value, to stop asking for permission and start building proof. The market doesn't reward degrees. It rewards operators who can solve expensive problems. Use these systems to become one of them. This is Capital Sanctum. We build systems for strategic advantage. Subscribe and arm yourself for reality.